Why are you just getting a ranting version of myself today? I don't necessarily know. But when it comes down to things, I just need to just remind myself of exactly the position that we are in and just honestly be somewhat of a beacon of hope, if that is when it comes down to things, to someone else. When it comes down to things, a long time ago, we talked about how anime YouTube is basically dead. How no one basically really comes up with a good anime idea or really do anything that's really inspiring or creative anymore. And essentially looking at the bigger scope of, anime YouTube, that's more so of the scope I'm more referring to when it comes down to things. And then when you see obviously the smaller YouTube channels that come through and be doing different ideas and having different things and just looking at how creative those things can be, but then sometimes they don't necessarily get the props and respect that they deserve. And it's just extremely annoying. I can only speak for myself when it comes down to things, so for a lot of it will be my points of view when it comes to this. But I really just want to nail this home for maybe the people who have seen a lot of anime YouTubers and maybe hate anime YouTubers and stuff like that, and just don't think them to be anything that's important, honestly. And I just basically want to focus on that set of things, right? Now, I said this before, but I'll continue to say it again because I have yet to be proven otherwise when it comes down to things. But once a YouTuber hits over 1 million subs or get close enough to that point, they start changing up. They start changing up for honestly the worst when it comes to content wise. They start being less creative. They stop necessarily even trying, right? And granted, you are at a point where you don't need to do any of that hard grinding anymore. But when it comes down to things, what does that just mean? That people just become basic as shit now? Do the same damn things as other people? Because that's exactly what we get when it comes to a lot of anime creators. There's some people that is still very creative at big levels, like RDC. They know how to make some things right. But when it comes down to things, a lot of times when it comes to other people, it's either we get rare moments of them doing something differently, or they get like other stuff and just basically be a carbon copy of someone else, right? Like, I don't want to see an anime YouTuber doing like a challenge video like everybody else do, and then they do it often and it's not necessarily anything interesting. It's just like, damn, how many times have I seen a YouTuber do a challenge video of some sort? Man, how many times I've seen a video of someone doing a challenge where, you're not supposed to laugh at a video and then they pay money to something, right? How many times have I seen something of the sort like that? Too many damn times, and it's played the hell out, honestly. Let me just get that clear to you. Then with the VTubing space, which is mainly founded on anime and Japanese culture, you get people that is a VTuber who doesn't even watch anime or doesn't even do anything anime related when it comes down to things, and it's just like you just have an anime character avatar just because you have the anime character avatar. And let's just be honest, it's probably just for business reasons. You're probably just doing it so you get the clicks, just so you get the views and things of that sort. You don't care if you're a carbon copy of another VTuber or you just do the most bare bones basic ass things. You just do it just so you can, have the easy way of gaining money or things of that sort. And it's also really pathetic and pitiful at the same time. And I know there's people out there that probably doesn't like what I'm saying too, especially when it comes to what these people often do. They don't necessarily want to offend somebody or try to appeal to everyone because they don't want to necessarily seem like the bad guy. But if I gotta be that bad guy just so I can get my, answers and, words and sentences and things of that sort out there to get my baseness across, then we're gonna have to just play that role now, aren't we? When it comes down to things, I want to see people just being creative again. Like I said before, there's been plenty of times on YouTube, just in general, where there has been a very big channel doing basic ass things, but when you see the smaller channel, they don't necessarily do basic ass things. Sometimes they do really crazy and extravagant things, yet they're trying to get themselves over it, and yet nothing is working. It's why, on some level, I feel like some big content creators do need to kind of get back in some shape and form. I ain't saying money. I ain't saying give me the money just because, right? I ain't saying just that. I'm just saying give them the exposure so that way they can, and have people invest in them so that will build them over as the course of time kind of goes through. Like Corey Kenshin with Spooky Scary Sunday. You know how great Spooky Scary Sunday is, honestly, because with that, it's giving people that do short films that is at smaller subscribers, maybe at 15k or like 20k and stuff like that, and then give them that huge boost from his audience to get them to make more videos and the sort of things like that. And it's absolutely helpful to these smaller creators, and that's something that I wish more people would do often on bigger levels. But you'll never see them do that because they don't give a shit about you. They just want to be the person that they just want their audience to be the ones that that they look to, and no one else. And that just is what it is. They only care for their clique of group of people that they deal with, and it's so annoying. And granted, I get it, because people can't be trusted, and it honestly sucks a lot of the time. But at the same time, there is people that genuinely is trying to bust their ass and do certain things, and then when it comes down to things, they don't necessarily get the props and respect that they deserve. And then if that is the case, and when that happens, they probably just get it through ulterior means for ulterior motives, right? Like, let's say if a probable chance of this happening, which I can honestly see like this happen like 100%. Let's just say, for instance, for out of nowhere, for no reason at all, Nuxtaku came through on this channel just like, or message me or something like that. Just be like, oh, hey, we're gonna make a video on you, and we're gonna just have it to be like laugh and just have a good time. It is what it is. And then the video would be on some basically the same type of beef that he did with Rev Says Desu, and just have that shit about me. And then I'll just be like, what the hell happened here? Like, what is this? It's just, you're getting that props, but guess what? You're getting the props in the bad light, and it's just creating a controversy or drama that you probably didn't even want to be in, right? It just is extremely annoying, right? It's just either people, when it comes down to content, it's like we have to make it a drama, we have to do like a challenge video, we have to do like the most bare bones basic thing on YouTube to get over, and it doesn't make any type of sense. That's why I don't necessarily want to play the same cards as everyone else does. That's why I try to do things differently. Even if I fail at it, like MILF Hunter, Rate the Waifu, and other things, even if I fail at it, hey, at least I'm trying something different. Because do you see many YouTubers, or many anime YouTubers especially, trying different shit when it comes to what they're making? Not really, honestly. Unless you're talking about small scale people who actually, maybe can animate, or maybe can draw things, or, other stuff like that, that actually takes some level of skill, then, that's a different story. But outside the basic bare bones of anime YouTube, you don't really even see that on like the smaller scale sometimes, right? You just don't necessarily see it. Sometimes when it comes down to things, sometimes taking a simple approach of things is what's needed versus the over stylization of having like so much editing in your damn video. Honestly, there's been times where I over edited in my video too, but I did it because I'm thinking, oh, maybe if I edit a lot, people would like to see it more and things of that sort. How come every single time for me, I edit a video and go completely like, full blown balls to the walls on it, and yet it's the least amount of viewed content that's out there? So which is why majority of the time you get slideshow content, or basically, just a single picture, or maybe nothing at all at times, and that just is what it is. But then I'm like, wait a minute, maybe I can use that to my advantage. Which, plan number one, Koikatsu Story, literally a damn slideshow anime, but there's so much shit that goes into it, making the scenes, making the characters, posing in them in all sorts of different ways, the settings, putting in the editor the damn music side of it and how I have to time that type of thing. And then, trying to do the voices of the characters and stuff, no matter how bad it might be. When it comes down to things, I'm trying to give you something different. Did it start out that way to, do something for you? No, I did it for myself when it came to Kakata Story, because I wanted to challenge my own damn writing and challenge my own damn way of thinking and stuff like that. And if people come through, and that's like a bonus to me. And now that you come through, I have a new reason to kind of keep going with Kakata Story, to give you guys something, for the people that actually does pay attention to that damn story and actually does care. I want to do something cool and unique for those people that genuinely care for that thing. Then waifu material videos, where it comes down to things, just short little videos about the character that I think is hot, and when it comes down to things, roasting the hell out them sometimes, or just saying how overall sexy they are, and just make it a small meme jokey type of video. And that's fun as well, right? Artist appreciation, finding different Twitter artists when it comes to the NSFW side of things, and seeing who really be slapping with a unique art style or unique animations and things of that sort, and just see who really be out here like that, right? Just give them their props with sometimes insightful information about the arts and stuff like that, right? As a fellow artist myself, there is just things I try to do to be creative, and yet when I'm looking for props, I don't get any type of props, and it's so agitating and extremely annoying and just so disappointing and a bit depressing. And it's just like, damn, why the hell am I doing this half the damn time? But then at the same time, it's like, but what about the future of things, right? And that's a big part of it, of why I don't necessarily give up so damn easy. I've always been a stubborn bitch when it comes down to things. So at the end of all things, I want to continue on trying to be different from everybody else and just see what the hell happens, honestly. I've always been that way. And that's what I always have done when it comes to this channel. Do something that's original. Make something that hopefully will catch the attention of people. Try to provide some actual things when it comes to different types of information that people might be too scared to talk about it, like especially lolly and stuff like that. But even with that too, I still get disrespected. Like when I was making the list video about why am I not on the list, a part of it was joking, but a part of it was also serious. Like, I was talking about some of this stuff as well, right? Like, I have tried to bring this up in a bigger light in a lot of different instances, and try to push this to be like, something that you should learn, instead of FBI meme, or just memeing around with this type of thing, or just joking about it, or just saying it's, like being negative about the subject and stuff like that, right? I'm basically trying to bring new light into the subject of things, and you would think that would have done something, or at least got myself over in some shape and form. But no, still nothing. And still yet no one has come through outside of the bad aunties, which, let's be honest, there's not even a whole like plethora of them. It's just a few angry ass people who have nothing better to do, which granted, rather have that than a whole host of people. But when it comes down to things, it's just like, bro, where's the props at? Still, at the end of the day, I'm trying to bust my ass on certain things, whether it's like anime topics, or whether it's actual things of interest like gaming stuff and things of the sort. It still doesn't necessarily work out in my favor, and it's weird. I have to literally fight for my spots, for my existence basically, while everybody else either A, just was able to just blow up in some weird massive way just pretty damn quickly, or have, if you're a VTuber, corporate backing behind you, and you just have, the money just to go off and do that sort of thing, or just, again, be a part of a corporation and agency and stuff like that. Yet for myself, I have nothing. I have nothing to lose. When it comes down to things, I literally am the only thing that's carrying this channel at the moment. Don't get me wrong, there's been people that absolutely came through and helped out the channel with sharing the channel and being a part of collaborations, and I respectfully thank every single one of you. But when it comes to the majority of this channel, I have to carry this shit on my back, trying to get this over, trying to see what other creative ideas can I possibly throw up in the air when it comes down to things. Just make something viable for this channel. And it's never been easy. It's always been a struggle. And again, when it comes down to things, you have people that's above me who just do reaction videos, or maybe like challenge videos, or get into stupid Twitter arguments with another damn streamer who honestly at the end of the day with the entire conversation does not effing matter, because you have someone that's below you that can honestly do great things. Plenty of people said that I have the potential to be some damn thing, yet where is that potential being used at? It's just so frustrating at the end of everything. It's completely annoying and it doesn't make any kind of sense at the end of everything. There's still plenty of videos I would like to talk about, but I'm just kind of afraid how many people would honestly want to care for such a video. Like, I would like to drop more Genshin videos personally. I would like to talk a little bit more things about Raincoat honestly, but where is the people at for me to do that? I can't necessarily be sure to drop those videos if I don't necessarily see, anybody taking an interest in it, because they are things I have an interest in, and I don't want to keep them silent, right? Sometimes I'm thinking, do I just need to brute force my method in? Because I don't necessarily see another way or alternative when it comes down to things. If I had to take a look at one of my series of videos that I would say I would want people to come through and see, and don't get me wrong, there's a lot of them, like again the lolly stuff and the artist appreciation and the waifu material, but of all the stuff I would want people to come through and just be like, recognize me for, it will be Koikatsu's story, just because I'm putting something together that is honestly different, that I would feel like a lot of people would not necessarily 100% vibe with, and that's okay if you don't like it, but it's something that I'm extremely happy to produce, something that I'm happy to make honestly, because while yes, it's a lot of hard mental work to put things together, to kind of figure things out, it's still something that I feel like it can be used in a way where it can be creative, where it can be fun, where it can be, something that you probably wasn't expecting a story to be like, honestly. Especially as a VTuber, to expand VTuber lore beyond any other VTuber that is out there right now. I don't care what VTuber is out there. No one has more expanded lore than my ass. No one does. That's just a plain and simple ass fact that I am willing to stand on that hill for, because no one has more expanded lore than myself when it comes down to things, right? So when it comes down to everything, I just want to show off my creativity. I just want to be rewarded for said creativity. Like I said, even when it comes to the whole mortgage thing, like I said, I know that much money is an investment, right? I want people to invest in me, to invest in what I'm trying to do when it comes to my efforts, whether it's in art, whether it's in video creation, whether it's just me as a person. I want you to just straight up invest in me and just take me seriously, and just see what kind of future does things hold for this channel and for me. Because at the end of the day, I don't want to let you down. I don't want to let anybody else down when it comes down to things in my personal life. I don't want to let my damn self down, right? I would very much like to prove a lot of people wrong, to prove that this channel, this community of people who has decided to give me a chance for some reason, at the end of all things, to just come through and we can actually be something, and then, inspire other channels as well, other people to try to do something themselves, to be creative on their own right, to try to be something than just what they've been doing. Maybe even take a smaller YouTube channel who does basic content and, starts out with that, but overall time, try to make them something better, make them something more unique, try to provide different types of content, or at least a different type of thing that they want to do that is an actual passion within themselves, right? It is so big and desperately the reason why I've been fighting like this for essentially almost 4 years at this point. It's the big fat reason why over everything at the end of all things. So when it comes down to things, at the end of this entire video and discussion and rants, essentially, I just want to prove myself, which I feel like I've already have. But I would like to prove myself on a grand stage of everything. To all those big name anime YouTubers that Big J walking through town about to take your bitch and all that type of stuff, and essentially being creative with the ideas that they have out there. Basically, you know, get my spots, get myself made, and also inspire others to get themselves made too, right? That's like a big ass thing that I want to happen for myself, not just for myself, but for other people too, right? But I can only speak for myself, especially, again, with the situation I'm in at the current moment in time. Again, I have nothing to lose, but I have everything to gain, and it all starts and ends with the people coming through that is new to this channel to hit that damn red stupid ass subscribe button. That's all that it is to be required of you to do. We can easily hit 10k this year, 100%. We can easily hit 1 million if that's what we want to do. The only thing that is limiting what is happening right now, it's you. It is the people who is deciding to watch this video, to watch this person, and not necessarily sharing the name around, getting this name around and all over the place. Even though I'm trying to do the best I can in the situation I'm in, and with my limited technology and, you know, resources and financial things and stuff like that, with my limited stuff, I'm trying to do everything in my power to get over in the way that I feel like, you know, my effort would be best applied to. But I cannot do anything if there is no one talking about me, no one spreading the name around and literally just trying to help get me over at the end of all things. Does this video come off and sound selfish? Yes, it does. And that's okay, to be honest with you. Especially, again, if you knew exactly what I've been feeling for a long time, what my situation has been for a long time, you'd feel this damn desperate too. You'd feel this damn angry as well, right? So a part of this whole video is essentially just my problems too, and how much I want to be this person that is so-called Jason by Explorer. I want to be that person. I want to go on stage, have that mask, that awesome ass fox mask, and just basically hang with you guys and just show you exactly the type of person that you help build up. The type of person who has nothing to his name, who literally just wants to do something good for the time he has on this planet. That is exactly the type of person I want to be when it comes down to everything, right? It just is. So at the end of all things, I need your help to get not only this channel over, but to invest into something new. Invest into a different type of anime YouTuber. Someone that doesn't stand down for not a damn person. Not for people trying to be, you know, appeasing everybody. For, you know, people trying to just be so scared to lose their monetization. And let me tell you something about the monetization too. While I'm thinking about it too. So many people be like, oh, you know, I would do this, but monetization calls and I can't necessarily do that. And sometimes I can't necessarily do that. Sometimes you gotta be bold and not be scared to lose your monetization sometimes. And I mean like limited ads and stuff like that. I ain't saying get kicked out of the partner program or nothing like that. I'm saying like, oh, I won't make money off the video. So effing what? Sometimes you need to challenge things. Sometimes you need to grow an absolute big ass pair of big meaty balls. Let's just go with that. You need to grow an absolute pair of meteor Sephiroth supernova ass balls and just say screw the money. Sometimes it's just not about that. Sometimes it's okay to get a video demonetized. My videos still in the partner program has been getting demonetized. Not every single video, but some of those videos have been getting demonetized, and it's extremely annoying. But at the end of the day, I'd rather speak my mind and be true and make the content that I have fun with and enjoy than get paid off of some mediocre shit or just do the basic carbon copy thing that every single YouTuber does. And hell, sometimes when you're having fun and you're doing your own damn thing, you still will get rewarded by the platform. Like the Shirakami video that we did like 2 days ago, or whatever, how long. Essentially, when it comes down to things, that video is completely monetized. I don't know how, but it's completely monetized, and I'm perfectly fine with that. I ain't gonna complain about that. I ain't gonna say nothing. Sometimes there's obvious moments where I do get demonetized and get limited ads at the same time. And when it comes down to things, it's just like, well, it is what it is. It's kind of the video of what happens in it and what's shown. So I'm not necessarily too surprised. Sometimes I will fight it back, but there's often more times than not where, you know, it's fine, it's okay, even though I don't necessarily have the money I want. But when it comes down to things, I rather, again, make the content that makes me happy, that I feel fun making, that I enjoy, than be a carbon copy of someone else, fake a personality, or not enjoy the shit at all. If I don't enjoy anything about YouTube at all and my content, then what the hell am I here for? Do I need to break this down to you? I can't be understood by you. I'm speaking a foreign language to you. Y'all some damn bots. And it need to be stopped. And that's where I come in. J-Senpai X4. Or better yet, because I don't know why I'm talking like this, like being a parody of Dr. Ray D'Angelo Harris from GTA 5 with Chakra Attack. Sometimes you gotta go a little crazy. But that's perfectly fine. I don't know why I'm doing this in the video, but I'm keeping all this in. Because that's just how it is. Meditate with me. Sometimes you gotta be crazy. Sometimes you gotta just be that damn desperate to get what you want. Because a lot of times people ain't gonna give you that damn attention until you whip your dick out in front of your girl. It is what it is. Sometimes it has to happen. Sometimes that's where things gotta go. Because sometimes people don't necessarily understand how desperate people need when it comes down to what they actually need. And sometimes you just want to grab a titty. That just is what it is. There ain't no problem with that. Why do people keep making that like it's a problem? Sometimes when you're a creator, you just gotta go ahead and do what you feel is right for you instead of what you just feel like what you, I guess, need to do according to the platform. You need to have green dollar signs every single time, but that's not how that goes. Sometimes you just want to have fun, and sometimes you just want to say, F it, I'm tired, I've done this shit, I'm still not over, let me make the content I want to make instead of the shit that society basically labels as normal content. Sometimes I want to talk about how much I want to bang Chi-Chi and just have a whole bunch of lollies as a harem and just have Jay clap the shit out of every single one of them. Sometimes you just want to have that. But other people and other YouTubers and society says no. So let me ask you a question for anybody that's a small creator that might be watching this. What type of place are you coming from? Are you just basically going to be the carbon copy of every single other YouTuber that exists out there? And sometimes it's not, well, you know, it's not wrong to copy content sometimes, right? That everybody else is doing. Like, let's say you're excited for a game or something, or you're excited for something that's new coming to a game or an update or something of the sort. And maybe it's something serious that people need to talk about, and you give your input. I ain't saying about all that type of stuff. I'm talking about real, legit, street ass, original content. What side are you going to be on? Are you going to be the robotic, carbon copy, corporate side where everybody is stiff with each other like it currently is in anime YouTube and just YouTube in general? Or are you going to be the standout? The type of person that still fights even though they don't necessarily get the respect that they deserve of their peers, or doesn't necessarily gets the absolute, you know, type of, I guess, like, you know, chances like everybody else does, right? Even though, you know, it might not necessarily get you what you want, will you take that chance? Will you take that chance? You ain't gonna get on the same level, maybe, on Iron Mouse's level. You might not get the same Project Melody type of support that she be getting. You may not necessarily get the Anime Man levels of, you know, YouTube, I guess, like, prestige that he has, or anything else. You might not even get that, but are you going to be true to yourself? And at the end of the day, do what it is the hell that makes you feel like you're having fun on here? Or are you just gonna do the basic ass shit that everyone else does? Oh, let's talk about Twitter and how stupid people are and make tons of videos on that shit, right? Are we gonna just go on that same boring ass, has-been, average ass routes? Or are we gonna try to be creative, make our own legacies, make our own stories, do what it is that we really want to do? Or are we just gonna go back to the basics? That is essentially the choice. And that is what I have to be faced in front of me. And I choose to be creative. I choose to be different, right? Not every video is gonna hit, and that's perfectly fine. But at the end of the day, at least it's something I want to do, and it's something that I feel like it's worth your time to watch as a viewer. Same thing with this damn video. Yeah, it might not have the most fanciest editing. It's probably gonna have like a bunch of different videos in this video, and that's perfectly fine, because at least when it comes to the vocals of what I'm saying right now, I hope you are believing every single word I am saying when it comes down to those real parts of the video. Sometimes I just can't necessarily be funny in a video all the time. Sometimes I just gotta be serious. And this is one of those moments where I'm absolutely serious about what the hell do I want to be. I want to be the real me of what I should have been a very long time ago. I want to be J-Senpai-X4. Even if I don't necessarily have money, even if I don't necessarily have a college degree, or associates even at least, even if I just don't necessarily get anything in this world, I want to be true to my damn self. At the end of the day, that's all that truly matters. So again, if you are a viewer that happens to watch my content, or you're just someone that's new, and this might be your first video, please, for the love of everything, just hit the subscribe button. It's free. It's not, you know, anything that's too far-fetched for you to do. I can't promise to be everything you want me to be. And I can't promise to be something that you will agree with every single time. But I ask for a chance. I ask for an absolute chance to get this video and get myself over and our community over out of everything. That is what I truly ask you for. Because I don't know if about you, but I'm just tired of being in this same position that I've always been in. I'm tired of just doing enough just to get by. I want to do more. I want to earn my shit, which I feel like I've been earning my shit for quite a while. People have said I had the potential, so let's do it. Let's get it. 100%. 10K, 1 million, 10 million. PewDiePie numbers? I don't care. Let's just do it. Because that's what I feel at the end of all this, right? I'm desperate. I'm angry. I'm frustrated. I feel everything, but also excited that we can actually become something. We have 2K. We have 2K. Honestly, there's channels that has done this for 4 years that still hasn't gotten 2K subscribers. There's channels that hate me that hasn't gotten 2K subscribers. And yet, look at what we was able to accomplish. Yes, it might have taken over 900 videos to do this, but hey, we've accomplished something. We've done something that probably few in our average daily lives can claim that they can do. We got something in this. And I'm not ready to let it go, not yet, until I have said this is the stopping point, this is enough, because I feel like we have reached the limit. Until I feel like I reached that limit, I ain't stopping for shit. I ain't stopping for the antis. I ain't stopping for any basic ass YouTuber. I ain't stopping for any VTuber that may not necessarily like me. I ain't stopping for anybody that might hate anything that I create. Until I feel like Jason5x4 has reached his limit, has gone the miles and done what he has done and needs to do, I refuse to stop. And even if it takes me as many years as it takes, whether I'm homeless or not, I don't necessarily care. I will do what it takes to prove myself to this damn platform. So anyway, at the end of all of this, that's essentially all I have to say. So hopefully you did enjoy. If you did, be sure to like, share, subscribe, hit the bell notification on your way out. Also, follow me on Twitter and Patreon is available as well. Very wild rant, I know, but I feel like I needed to do this. For myself, especially. And just to basically give you the verbal, I guess, ideas of what I'm thinking of right now when it comes down to things. And again, hope for other smaller content creators too, to not just give up so easily just because we don't have any money or we ain't famous yet. That shit will come only if you want it to. But that's essentially all I have. I'm just gonna believe in hope. I'm gonna believe in God, most importantly, and just do what I do. And that's just essentially all I got at this point. But until then, it's me, your boy Jay, signing off. Have a blessed day.